for 30 days. Spotify said this is one of your top songs of 2021. Y'all, I just want to let you know, you can do about 220 squats if you listen to fitness 3 times in a row, okay? All right, that's just my little fitness fact for you. I know everybody's going to be on their New Year's resolution thing. So fitness, great song. About 200 squats 3 times. Fitness by A. Jordan in the comments. All right, back to the show. Guys, a few show rules before we get started, guys. This is a featured show. Thank you, Del. So please, gifts are welcome. I may not say hello to you while you're coming in. Charge it to the stream, not my heart. We are just on a featured time block right now, so I'm going to be hosting a show. This is not a regular stream. 2, these are people's real stories, so it takes a lot of guts to get up in the box and put your business out there. They're coming in and choosing to share their business. So let's kiki in the comments, but let's please try to keep it respectful. And lastly, if you have an entanglement, please make sure you message and hit up my lovely admin, just the author right there, who is here every single Tuesday from the beginning, y'all. We are coming up on our 1-year entanglementversary. We're coming up on our 1 year. Been doing this for a year, y'all. A year's worth of entanglements, and Jess has been there for every single one. So if you have one, please message her. Please get back to her. And guys, if you put your hands up because you want to be on the show, like don't ghost my admin. Don't ghost my admin. So please make sure you hit her with a fave and hit her up if you have a story to tell. Okay, I think that's everything, right? All right, guys. Also, yes, end of the show, show boss, you get a shout out on my Instagram. Nice picture of you in the middle. So again, gifts are appreciated and encouraged. If I don't say thank you, I'm telling you thank you now. All right, for those of you that are new in the building, all my usual entanglement attendees, please make sure you have them feel welcome. Find a seat for them, get comfortable. First things first, however, what do we always start with at entanglements? What do we always start with at entanglements? The recap. And I know some of you may have a feeling about doing the recap, so I'm just going to get through the recap so we can get to the story, okay? Oh my God. Listen, y'all. Recap / fave party in the background. Sure, why not? All right, y'all. Before we get started, can we please see drink and snack emojis in the comments? You know that's how we always get started on a new story. Anything we're telling, I need to see drink and snack emojis in the comments. Drink and snack emojis in the comments. Drink and snack. Brains. Y'all really be some weird. Okay. In any case, last week we had Taylor come back to the show. Y'all know if the first time Taylor was on the show wasn't enough, we got a second dose of Taylor on the show, guys. All right, so part 2 of Taylor's entanglement. This happened after the entanglement that we heard the first time. It's Taylor, it's Deacon Jackson, and it's Jennifer, the deacon's wife, and the church. Oh my gosh, about to sneeze. Ooh, tacos. Wait, sneeze. No? Okay. All right, sneeze might happen. All right, y'all. This took place in 2018, 2019, in December, end of the year 2018. She had just gone to a new church. If y'all recall her previous entanglement, she had to leave that church, went to a new church. She was at the meet and greet at this church and found that that's where she wanted to be, and she wanted to get involved with the children's ministry. When you get assigned to help with the children's ministry, it's a team of people, but you're assigned, a deacon of the church is assigned to oversee and help out. Deacon Johnson was assigned, and Deacon Johnson's wife, Jennifer, was also on the children's ministry. So he was assigned to help Taylor get acclimated and get with the program per se. In the beginning, everyone was very, very helpful with getting her like orientated and involved. Well, one spring, Deacon Johnson, they were, doing some work and they were sitting talking, and Deacon Johnson started to open up to Taylor and just let Taylor know, I'm going through some things. And he said, my wife is stepping out on me. My wife, Jennifer, is cheating on me. Deacon found texts and found photos that Jennifer was exchanging with somebody else. While they're having this discussion, Jennifer pops in and sees them alone in Taylor's office. And I believe she says, I know you're not embarrassing me in the house of the Lord. It turned into a back and forth between Taylor and Jennifer. Taylor called Jennifer, the deacon's wife, in front of the deacon, a common whore, and storms out. Taylor says, you know what? I'm going to go sit down with the head of the church, which this was the Joel Osteen church. So she said she went and talked to Joel, sat down, explained what happened. Joel pretty much said, mind the business that pays you. I will have a different conversation with them, but fix your behavior. Can't be out in my church calling people common whores. So a month later, Deacon and Jennifer separate. They don't get a divorce. They're separated. In the comments, separated doesn't mean, does separated mean you're no longer married? Does separated mean you're no longer married? Some people say yes, no, no. Okay, well, he was separated from his wife, okay? Taylor and Deacon start spending time together. So Taylor goes over to Deacon's house. They have deep conversation. They start drinking. And they start to spend more and more time together. And the relationship becomes physical. And now she's over there all the time. Taylor said she moves in within 3 to 4 months. She ends up moving in with him. Now, the wife still has a key to the house. They're separated. They're not divorced. Still has a key. So sometimes she would just pop over to the house. And while she was doing this, Taylor said she would have to hide. She would have a bathroom, have a closet, and it was beginning to bother her. Well, one day it was the deacon's birthday. So this is around November, I believe. It was the deacon's birthday in the fall. And Taylor's there cooking dinner for his birthday. While she's cooking dinner, she hears the door and it opens. And it's the wife, it's Jennifer, coming in with some bags. She was going to surprise the deacon. So she walks in, sees Taylor, flips out. They start yelling at each other. Jennifer threatens to call the police. Taylor says, call the police. Taylor picks up the phone and calls the deacon and says, your wife is here. And the deacon says she's not supposed to be there. The deacon had taken a protective order, y'all, out against his wife, against Jennifer. He had a protective order on her. The deacon said, she's not supposed to be there. I'm on my way home. They stay in the house waiting for the police. The police arrive before the deacon gets there. She's yelling that she's trespassing. The deacon walks in, talks to the police, tells them about the protective order. When the deacon walks in, though, y'all, he immediately walked past his wife and directly to Taylor and checked on Taylor first. Jennifer gets extremely upset. The police have to calm her down. They address the protective order. They take her key from her and escort her out of the house. Everything seems to be fine. Fast forward to Thanksgiving. They're sitting down for Thanksgiving, the deacon and Taylor, and the deacon tells Taylor, I'm just letting you know the protective order expires this week, and I'm not going to extend it. So I'm not going to extend the protective order. Well, this didn't sit right with Taylor. So out of concern, before we get to what Taylor's response was. So if you're in this story and in Taylor's position, the deacon tells you they're not extending the protective order. They've had this protective order in place. They're not extending it. What is your reaction here? You leave, you stay, it's not going to be extended. I think there may be kids. All right. Well, this was Taylor's response to the protective order not being extended. She didn't trust him anymore. So does everybody know what the Ring camera is? You put that on your doorbell, the little Ring camera. Does anybody have that? Does anybody have that? Anybody have a Ring camera? You get to talk back and you do that. You put one at the front of the house, maybe one at the back. Well, y'all, Taylor went and bought 24. Yes, 24. She went and bought 24 of these cameras. 24 of them, and placed them all around the house, y'all. In the bedrooms, on the guest bedrooms, in the kitchen, in the hallways, in the living room. Put all of them up all over the place and you get it on an app. So she does this in December. She leaves to go visit some family. She's with her family. The deacon calls and says, no need to rush back. You can stay a little longer. Taylor doesn't, she's like, well, what's that about? Well, while Taylor is away, she gets a notification on her phone. Bing, it's the Ring app. Notification, master bedroom camera active. Taylor goes ahead and logs into the app, looks on camera, And Lord and behold, there is the deacon and his wife getting it on. The app has the ability to record. So Taylor records, it saves the recordings, records. She said she watched for about 10 minutes and then put it down and saves the file. Taylor finally makes her way back home. Remember, she moved in with him. She comes back home and all she has is one carry-on, her small bag. She doesn't have all her things. And the deacon's like, where's your stuff? Like, why you just have just this? What happened to all your stuff? And Taylor responds saying, ask the whore in your bed, and proceeds to show him the footage. Well, from that point forward, she decided she was going to move out. But what is the phrase? Hell hath no fury like a woman scorned, or hell hath no, whatever. So not only did Taylor just move out, okay, y'all, she was so upset that Taylor had access to a lot of things. She had access not only to the house, but to the deacon's financial information. So when Taylor left, Taylor not only took her things, I believe she left the cameras, but she took her things and she took $30,000 from the deacon. $30K. And the deacon did not discover this missing money until tax time, when he realized on his taxes that there was a $30,000 gift receipt. Anyway, Taylor took that, bought herself a new car, helped the family out a little bit, but I believe no longer involved or in touch with the deacon or anybody at that church. Has to have fans to pull that. So hopefully, we did ask Taylor, and I believe Taylor's, not going to be getting involved with any more church members. We can only hope. And I think that will be the last church story that we have. Okay. That was last week. Y'all, I'm excited about this week. For some of you, this you may have heard this. This will be a first time that I typically, guys, these stories I don't hear ahead of time. Okay, Jess, my admin, hears the stories, sends them on, and we get to hear them for the first time together. This was such a good story, and there's a part of the story, there's a continuation that I haven't heard, but a lot of you weren't here when the story was original. So the person tonight is going to come and retell this story, and then we're going to get the follow-up, okay? So those of you that have just gotten here, welcome to Entanglements with me. It's Jilly Baby. This is our featured show on Tuesdays. We have a new guest every week sharing their personal entanglement stories. So this guest, so if my guest can hit the box. All right. So we've had a lot of firsts on this show, right? We've had, a first having both parties here. In fact, having 3 of the people involved here. We have on-app entanglements where the people showed up in the comments. We've had all types of individuals come and give their words. We've had entanglements where one person tells their entanglement, then the other person comes on and tells their side of the entanglement. But this is another entanglement first. So if you're here, we had an impromptu Wednesday entanglement where this came up, and I just had to hear the rest of it. And so what better place to do that than here at Entanglements? Okay, if y'all are ready to hear this entanglement, for some of you it's again, and you're gonna have to listen to this entanglement so we can get to the conclusion. Put your drink and snack emojis in the comments. Drink and snack emojis in the comments. An entanglement birthed from an entanglement. Oh, drink and snack emojis. Come on now, there's more of you in here. Don't make me pull out my circles so I can put y'all pictures up to say, I know y'all sitting in the background. All right. Okay, y'all, please welcome back the lovely Kim. Hi, y'all. Y'all welcome Kim back to Entanglements. Not the oh no.
Hello.
Everybody, can we say hey Kim? Can everybody say hey Kim? It's a lot of holy cow. Not Kim on the next. Okay, so when were you on, Kim? It was right before Thanksgiving, right? The Tuesday before, 2 Tuesdays before Thanksgiving. So
Tuesdays before
so
Thanksgiving.
2 Tuesdays
So yeah,
before Thanksgiving, right? So what is that about? Like 4 weeks ago, 4 or 5 weeks
it's been
ago.
about a month ago.
Yeah,
Yeah.
about 4 or 5 weeks ago, Kim was on and shared her entanglement. If y'all don't remember, Kim, she told us our entanglement from her high school sweetheart. They got together, they had a child together. If y'all remember, Kim and her best friend or friend at the time, entanglement with her baby daddy. Kim had a bat. Kim jumped in the car, had a car chase. All types of things going on in Kim's last entanglement.
Yeah.
Great story. But after Kim told us that entanglement, Saturday came and the new entanglement began. Correct? Okay, so
I have to laugh because it's so stupid. But I
okay, all right. So let's take it from the top. I'm gonna let you retell it, even though I'm not taking notes for this first half because we did this on impromptu Wednesday entanglements. But you
so
know the deal. You guys know the deal. Turn the comments off. Let's me and you talk, and we'll take this story from the top, and then I will stop you where we stopped and get into the conclusion of the story. All right. Okay, everybody, here we go.
okay, so right before entanglements, it was probably maybe a
Oh,
month before.
hang on. Names of the people involved. We've got to follow
Oh,
first. It's
we
you,
had Tom. I'm trying to remember Tom,
Wayland, Waylon,
Waylon,
and L.
and Elle. Okay, Tom, Waylon, and Elle.
Mhm.
So, about a month prior to me coming on entanglements the first time, Tom is someone who I've known for a while. We dated a little bit, a little over a year ago. Life just happened. It wasn't like a negative, like not seeing each other anymore. Things just happen. Life is life, right? So, we kind of quit seeing each other, but we remained friends, on Facebook and Instagram and kept each other's phone numbers. So, it wasn't like a bad thing.
Right.
So after a little bit of time passed, um, you know, his life kind of calmed down, my life kind of calmed down, and he reached out and he's like, hey, I really felt like we had a really good connection. I would like to maybe give us another shot. Maybe we could try dating and seeing each other again. And I was like, I want to go slow
Okay.
because, yes, there was a really good vibe there for sure. And I felt it, but I really wanted to take my time, go slow, make sure it was the right thing. And parts of that story, some people had already heard because I had kind of talked about it with like wedding and mans and stuff. Is this something I should do? You know, what should I do?
Uh-huh.
So anyway, we started kind of going on some dates here and there. And after a couple of dates, we did get intimate and, kind of went to that next step in
Right.
seeing one another. And
And
he had asked,
so you guys, you said a month before entanglements is when he popped back up, right? But
yeah,
you had met way earlier on Meet Me, right?
yes,
So like 2019, you guys met on the Meet Me app,
yeah.
and
It
that's
was
how your first interaction went. Yeah, your first interaction went. And Tom he's a single father. Just
Yeah,
remember you saying, right? He's a single father and he has a child with special needs.
correct.
Right. So there's single parenting life, but also a child with so just a little extra time, right? Something
And
that'd be
he
a little
owns his own business, so there was just a lot of things. He just has a lot on his plate.
right. Okay. So, but he popped back up a month before you came
Right,
on.
woman's right.
Scott. Okay.
He's been very supportive of me continuing to stream, been very supportive of everything, as far as what I do on the app and everything. So anyway, we went on some dates, we started hanging out again, and we were, the vibe was there, things were good, and we got intimate again.
Hmm.
And he asked me to be his girlfriend. And I told him that I felt like I didn't want to jump in feet first like that. I wanted to give it some more time to just date
Mm-hmm.
and see where things went. Right.
Right.
So, for a good month,
Uh-huh.
we saw each other a couple times a week. I'd go up and meet him at work, and then we would eat after he was done, or a couple times he came down to my house because I live alone. So, we were able to have spend some time together.
Right. Okay.
So then I was on entanglements
Okay.
that Saturday.
Did he know
Uh,
you were gonna be? Did you tell him that you were at all? Like you said, he's supportive of your streaming. Did you tell him you were gonna be on this show called Entanglement?
yeah, he knew
You
about.
did. Okay, so he knew you came on his show, Jordan. All right. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, he knows about my history and past. We've had open conversations about our history and stuff. So
Okay.
anyway, so Saturday pops up, right?
Mhm.
Now, just to give you a little bit of insight, my high school sweetheart, although there was that story in that situation, he wasn't my first everything, if you get what I'm saying. He
Yeah.
wasn't my first high school boyfriend. He wasn't my first love, or as much as you can love someone
Right.
when you're in high school. And he wasn't the person who I had given myself to for the first time.
Mhm.
But the person who was that for me, and I had been friends on Facebook for a long time, and you know, there was no ill will between us. That was years and years and years ago.
Right.
So the Saturday after entanglements, he sends me a message and he's like, "Hey,
And this is Waylon.
yes, this is
Okay.
Waylon." He's like, "Hey, I'm in your neighborhood. Do you want to hang out?" And that morning, I had taken my dog to get her cortisone shots for her arthritis. And I'd never like to leave her immediately after those. I like to stick around for a little while before I just leave her to make sure that she doesn't tense up and doesn't have any adverse reactions, to the shots. So I'm like, hey, I'd like to see you, sure, but can you come over because I just got home from the vet and I don't want to leave my dog yet.
Right.
He was like, sure. So he comes over.
Now is Waylon lived? I'm assuming he lives in your same.
He lives about 35, 40 minutes from me,
Okay.
but he was over here at a doctor's appointment because his doctor is over here.
Okay. And how long had it been since you'd seen him?
I mean, we had bumped into each other through the years,
Okay.
um, just based on different situations, friends of ours from school getting married. So we would both, just things like that, but not in a let's hang out one on one type of
Right. So when
situation.
he popped over, when he was on his way here to see him this time, how long had it been since you last time seen him?
Probably about a year and a half.
Okay, so a year and a half, he pops up and says,
Right.
okay.
I mean, and I would say a year and a half since I had seen him, but throughout that time, of course, on Facebook, I see things going on, and everyone's, liking posts of each other's or commenting and things. So it's not like it was just random and out of the blue.
Right. No, absolutely.
So he was like, "Hey, I'm in your neighborhood. I'm around your area. Would you like to get together for lunch?" And I explained to him about my dog, and I'm like, "Well, why don't you come over here and we can have lunch or something? I'm about to whip up some food anyway." So he comes over, I whip us up some lunch, and I don't know. He starts talking to me about Elle, his wife.
Okay.
And there's a situation there with Elle where he caught her having an affair.
Caught her, like actually caught her, or just
He
kind
found
of.
he found text messages, pictures exchanged, videos exchanged, a lot of sexual talk between them, sexting, things of that nature.
Okay.
So they were already sleeping in separate rooms and gonna start talking through a separation and divorce process.
Okay.
And he was just wanting a friend to talk to. So, I whip us up some food to eat. We're sitting downstairs. Nothing major's going on. After we're done eating, I go and take everything into the kitchen and I'm cleaning up and stuff. He walks up behind me, spins me around, and kisses me.
And you kiss him back?
I do. I do. And I think it was the initial like butterflies in stomach nostalgia because he my first
Okay.
of everything.
Okay, hold on one second. In the comments, put a one in the comments if you still have any, but like if your first everything or anyone that you have similar to that, if they were to pop up on you today, would you get butterflies? Would you get butterflies, or are you over your first? Big no. Yes. Oh, hell no. Okay. All right. All right. All right. With the nose, y'all, all the O's are not necessary. I like this. Some of you though, the romantic. I get it. I get it. Okay. All right. So kisses you, you kiss him back.
Right.
Okay.
And one thing led to another. And the next thing I know, if you step right around my kitchen, I have my office space kind of set up over in this little niche between my living room and kitchen. And next thing you know, I'm bent over the desk and things are happening.
Is that considered sex at the workplace? Did you have sex at the workplace? All right, sorry. Okay, all right. So you're bent over the desk. All right. So was it good?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I'm not gonna lie, it was.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so after it's all said and done, I feel bad about it. And I'm like, we shouldn't be doing this. You're just starting the separation process. And, I'm kind of dating someone. Yeah. I mean, we weren't like boyfriend, girlfriend, but at the same time, it's like we should not be doing this. And I felt pretty guilty about it for a minute. Well, for a hot, I still feel guilty about it if you want to know the truth, but neither here nor there. Afterwards, I'm like, look, I will be your friend if you need someone to talk to, but we should never let that happen again.
Okay. And his response?
He was like, he respected that. That was cool. We could just be friends and everything.
Okay. And when he said that, did it feel genuine? Like he really was, or?
I think he would have, I think he genuinely meant it. Like he respected how I felt.
Okay.
Yes. Anyway, fast forward and he hits me up again and he's like, hey, can I come over and talk?
And this is Thanksgiving, right? This is around Thanksgiving. So now we're on Thanksgiving.
This is literally the Saturday after Thanksgiving.
Okay, Saturday after Thanksgiving.
I am sitting with my mom and sisters. We're getting pedicures. We're having our girls' day. And I'm about to leave to go home.
Okay. Hold on 2 seconds. If y'all are just coming in, this is Entanglements with me. It's Jilly Baby. I need y'all to pay attention because we are talking about this year, okay? If you are so Thanksgiving was 2 weeks ago, okay? Yeah. If you're just coming in, Kim is telling us her entanglement. She's talking about in her entanglement, we have Tom, Waylon, and Elle. In 2019, Kim met Tom on Meet Me. There was a connection there, good vibes exchanged, but it's right person, wrong time type of situation. He was a single father with a special needs child, and he just didn't have his own business. He didn't have the time or the space to really commit. So they just had an agreement, and they just said, this is great. This is the wrong time, but we're gonna remain friends. They're gonna keep in touch, keep each other's phone numbers, remain friends on Facebook, Instagram. About 2 months ago from now, Tom reached back out to Kim and said, hey, life is calm again. I really think that I'd like to try again. Let's see if we can date. Kim was open to that. They went on a few dates. Dates went well, she said. Tom made it very clear that he wanted to be together, be in a relationship. Kim said, not right now. I think I just want to take things slow and let's continue to date. They dated, went on a couple more dates, and they began to have an intimate relationship. So they began to have, intimacy. A month in, Waylon pops up. Now, Waylon is Kim's first everything. First kiss, first boyfriend, first person she gave herself to. So there's some nostalgia there. Waylon pops up and he says, hey, how are you? On Instagram, and says, I'd like to, to see you. Can we get some lunch or whatnot? Kim had her dog just recently came from the vet and had some medication. Kim said, I don't really want to leave my dog, but you can come over to the house. Now, in the meantime, right, they have all of this history, and throughout the years they've kept in touch, virtual, on Instagram, on social media, mutual friends and things. So they'd seen each other sporadically. But before he comes to see her for lunch, it'd probably been about a year and a half before since they actually physically seen each other. Waylon says, fine, comes over for some lunch. Kim makes lunch. He starts telling her, I'm going through this issue with my wife. I caught her cheating. I found text messages, videos, and pictures and things being exchanged. So we're going through the process of being separated. Kim's a good friend and listening. Well, Kim gets up to clean up lunch. She's in the kitchen. Waylon comes in, spins around, and plants a kiss on her. And Kim kisses him back. And one kiss led to another, which led to the desk on the other side of the kitchen table. And Kim's words, bent over on the desk. She said it was good, but as soon as it was done, it was like, hey, shouldn't have happened. I'll be your friend, but we're not gonna revisit this. And he was fine with that. We fast forward now to right after Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And Waylon has reached out again. Okay.
Yeah. So that Saturday after Thanksgiving, my sisters were still in town. And so my mom wanted to treat, us all to a girls' morning where we did brunch and we went and got pedicures and stuff like that and just had some time together. So we went and ate, and then we went to get pedicures, and I'm sitting literally in between my sister and my mom in the pedicure chairs when I start getting messages from Waylon, and basically just like, hey, can I see you? Can we talk?
Now, between when you guys had your workplace episode, did you hear from each other? Were there any text messages exchanged? Was he reaching out? So it was nothing. So now, from that time when that happened to up until this point in the story now, had you and Tom been talking?
Yes.
Okay. And had you and Tom seen each other in between this time?
No.
You hadn't seen each other. Okay. So you just...
No, because his son got sick the week of Thanksgiving, and I, because it was Thanksgiving, I think I said this to you too, when I was initially telling you that, because I was going to be around family, I had told him, let's wait until you know that your son's okay and it's not COVID, and then we'll hang out afterwards.
Okay, but you were keeping in touch throughout that time.
Right.
Okay.
Right. We talked every day, but it was just,
Okay. So you're enjoying mom, daughter, sister time, and Waylon says, hey, I'd like to see you. Can we get together? Okay.
And so I tell him, hey, I'm at a pedicure right now. I'll be heading out here shortly. You're welcome to come by afterwards. And I genuinely at that time did not have it in my head that anything like that was going to happen. Like, I genuinely was like, okay, this is just a friendship thing. I'm just going to be there for him. I know he's going through a hard time. So anyway, he comes over.
Let's do a little quick poll. Now, guys, if this had happened and Waylon had hit you up a second time, do we think these are pure intentions? One in the comments, if you think these are pure intentions of Waylon. Is Waylon coming back around because he thinks he just needs somebody? Yeah. Gosh. All right. So you say yes.
Yeah. So I go home, or I get home, do a couple things, and then he gets here, and we talk a little bit and stuff, and then he kisses me again, and then we end up this time upstairs in my bedroom, and we're intimate again.
Okay.
So
the second time?
Yeah. I mean, do you want me to? I'm not going to sit here. It wasn't bad at all.
Okay. All right. So you head upstairs and you're intimate the second time.
Yeah.
And how do you feel about it afterwards this time?
After that time, I felt like, okay, I've got to start. I've got to get I've got to make a decision, because Tom really likes me a lot, and though we're not committed yet, I've got to do right by him. This is not okay to do to him because he's made his intentions clear. And then it was last week.
So 2 weeks ago, so guys, if we do today's date, 2 weeks ago, so not this past Saturday, but the Saturday before was when you saw Waylon,
Yeah.
right? Last Wednesday, y'all, this past Wednesday is when we talked about this, right? And on that Wednesday is when,
night Tom was coming over.
so last Wednesday night, Tom was coming over.
After I spoke to you.
Yes, Tom
He
coming
was
over
actually on his way here.
a week ago. Now we did find out that when he came over the second time and you guys 2 weeks ago, have you up until the time you talked to us on Wednesday, you hadn't heard anything from Waylon, right?
No.
Nothing. Okay. All right. So here's where we are in the story now, y'all. Wednesday, when she talked about it, this past Wednesday, Tom was coming over that night. Now, before she continues with the story, the dilemma and the question at hand, y'all, was, should Kim tell Tom what happened with Waylon? What say you in the comments? It's not the high Tom for me. Do you mind if I let a couple people pop in and just give before you give us the rest of the story?
Yeah.
Okay. I want to open up the box right now for anybody that wants to hop in to say yes or no and why. And remember, this is still featured,
I'm
y'all.
gonna
So please.
say, technically she's single, right?
Okay.
But if you are planning on ever having a relationship with him, don't start it on a lie.
Okay. Okay. Don't listen. If you have a different opinion, hit the box. Okay, go ahead, Russ.
I'm just going to echo Jaeger. Loyalty is a value, honesty is a value. I think like anything potential with Tom, if he be honest. If not, he doesn't even know. Doesn't even know at all.
Okay. All right. Anybody else? Anybody else want to hop in the box and say yes or no either way, or if you're gonna leave in the comments? All right. Oh wait, box lit up. Okay. Let's see. Not Resi, go to bed.
No.
Why no?
Men cannot process things like women. They are not forgiving. So once he finds out that, you've had intimate encounters within the time that you guys have been talking and trying to reconcile, he will not feel the same way again. So no, just keep it, take it to the grave. What happened while y'all wasn't together happened. Is not his business.
She said no. Okay.
No.
What? Oh, Quad, you kicked yourself out. All right, let's do this last one. Quad, you can come out at the end.
I'm not saying anything. I don't feel like you owe anybody that hasn't 100% given you the go ahead, we together, made anything official. You don't owe them any explanation as to what you do until they make it official. So no, I'm not telling them nothing.
Okay. All right. All right. Well, let us know what happened. So Tom came over, and what happened?
I decided to be honest.
Okay.
So we sat down and I told him that I cared a lot about him and that I would understand if he didn't want to talk to me anymore, but I felt like, he had the right to know what had happened. And I wanted to be honest and give him a full disclosure. I feel like he needed to have all of the information in order to make an informed decision on if he wanted to continue to see me and see if it went anywhere or not. I would want that courtesy. I felt like it was the right thing to do. I had already effed up, if you will. I feel like I did, even though, yeah, technically we weren't together. I still feel like, there was that, I don't know. I just think that I just felt like he had a right to know.
Okay.
So
did that stem from him making his intentions clear, like letting you know that he wanted to be in a relationship? If he had never made that statement or made that effort would your decision be different?
If we were just friends with benefits and he and I weren't actually trying to drive towards something
Okay.
as time went on, yeah, it would be different.
Okay. Okay.
But because of the fact that the intentions to potentially move into a more serious relationship as time went on were there, I felt like the right thing to do was to tell him.
Okay. So he comes over. Do you guys eat first? Like, what did it like? Do you just come in and you just have this look like sit down? We need to talk face? Or
Yeah, after kind of talking with you guys through it on, just on that random,
right. I'm with yeah.
and hearing the opinions of everybody, and hearing everybody say, you should tell him it's the right thing to do. I had a pit in my stomach, but I knew it was the right thing to do. So when he first arrived, he could tell something was up. So we sat down and I told him.
Okay. And what was his reaction?
He actually said to me that he was very grateful that I had told him that he doesn't want to not see me anymore. He wants to continue to see me. But that, I don't know. He was very, 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 very happy
He was happy?
that I told him the truth. No, he wasn't happy that it happened.
Okay.
That I told him.
Okay.
Yes.
He's happy that you told him. He's grateful for being told. He said he still wanted to continue the relationship.
He still wanted to continue to date me and see where things were going to go. That he didn't want to give up on what he felt potentially that we had over something that, happened while we weren't technically together.
Okay. All right. Well, that had to be a relief.
Yes. And then I heard from Waylon on Friday night and I told him
This past Friday?
yeah. And I told
hold on. How did your night with Tom end? Did you just have this discussion and then
we had a great discussion. Then we snuggled up and watched a movie, to be honest with you. And then we made out a bit and,
Okay. I'm gonna ask you this question afterwards. All right. So Friday, so this was last Wednesday. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Waylon
messages me.
Messages you.
Says, what are you up to? And I said, I'm just hanging out. And he said, do you want to get together? I said, no, I don't think that's wise unless we meet in public. But I've made a very clear, I told him, that I had told Tom flat out that I would not see him again and I was going to respect that. So I told him, no, I could not see him again.
Okay.
And he said he respected that and wished me the best of luck.
So he didn't even want to meet up with you in public? No. That's not a surprise now, is it? Not the surprise, right? So no to Waylon. So Waylon's officially, so that was Friday. So today's Tuesday. So no, not heard from Waylon. Everything with Tom. So after you had that conversation with Tom, up until now, everything has been fine. Because sometimes people have that conversation and in the moment they're okay. And then when they have some time to sit with it, sometimes.
So far things have been pretty good. We messaged today and he actually messaged me while I've been on the show and just said, hey, once you're done, give me a call if you want. So yeah, things are fine. He had mentioned coming over tomorrow night to see me and said, but it depended on how much he could get done. And if his mom could watch his son, for him to do it. And I said, that's fine. And if that doesn't work out, I'll come up Saturday and meet him up there,
Okay. So it worked out. Honesty prevailed. You had a good, all right. Okay. All right, y'all. I'm going to get this recap. Hit the box if y'all want to ask any more questions or you have any opinions or if you need to promote anything coming up this week. This month is extremely busy. So hit the box now. We're going to go through the recap. Y'all, let me get to this recap. So let me see them drink and snack emojis in the comments. We are almost done, guys. We're going to probably be done at 9. Let me see drink and snack emojis in the comments if you are ready to hear this full recap. What a great story. All right, y'all. I'm gonna make Kim some more for this. All right, y'all. Kim's current entanglement. Well, we're untangled now, but this is the entangled part. We have Kim, we have Tom, we have Waylon, we have Elle. In 2019, Kim meets Tom, and no, I saw the comments. It's not Tom from MySpace. Meets Tom on Meet Me. They, have a good connection, a good vibe. Tom is a single father, though. They had gone on a few dates, and they just had a very much. I'm sorry, I'm like on the wrong side. I apologize, guys. They have a very much a right person, wrong time situation, and they decide, let's just not proceed any further. Tom doesn't really have the time to be in a full relationship, so they're fine. They do that. They stay in touch. They remain friends on Facebook, Instagram. They still talk here and there and keep up with each other's lives. About 2 months ago, so about a month before Kim's entanglement, when she was on here, Tom reappeared. Tom popped up and said, life's been really calm now. I think I'm ready to try again, and I'd really like to try dating again and see if we can make this work. So they went on a few dates. Date went well. Tom made it clear from the beginning that he would love to be in a relationship. And Kim said, let's just take it slow. I don't think I'm ready to just dive right in, but I do want to continue dating. They went on a few more dates. The relationship got intimate and things were progressing wonderfully. Well, a month in, folks, Waylon pops up. Now, who is Waylon? Who is Waylon, y'all? Y'all were paying attention in the story. Who was Waylon? Who was Waylon? Not a streamer. Her first boo. There we go. First, yes, y'all. First everything. Waylon pops up and says, hey, how are you? He hit her with the hey, big head text. Now, Waylon, remember first everything. So throughout the years, they, see each other on the internet, on social media. They would see each other physically when, mutual friends had milestone things happening. But up until this point, she hadn't seen Waylon for about a year and a half. Waylon pops up. How are you doing? Small chat. Waylon asks if they can have lunch. He needs somebody to talk to. He needs a friend. Kim had her dog had just come from the vet and was on some medication. She said, I can't really go anywhere, but it's okay for you to come over. Why don't you just come over? We'll have lunch at my place. Waylon says, fine. He comes over. Kim makes lunch. They have lunch, and Waylon begins to tell her that, he found out his wife was cheating. He found videos, text messages, pictures, and he's leaving his wife. So they're going through the process of separating. Kim says, okay, well, Kim is cleaning the kitchen. Waylon makes his way to the kitchen, spins her around, plants a kiss on her, y'all, kisses her, and Kim kisses him back. All of a sudden, per Kim, went from the kitchen to bent over on the desk on the opposite side of the kitchen. We call that sex at the workplace, in-home workplace. Kim says it was great, but immediately after, Kim's like, you know what, this can't happen again. This can't happen again. This is not okay. I will be your friend, but this can't happen. Remember, she's really beginning to really connect with Tom, and she has a great relationship, but they're not technically together at this point. Waylon says, fine, I respect that. Move on. We get to Thanksgiving, guys. We get to the Saturday after Thanksgiving, okay? So this is about a week later. This is a week later, 2 or 3 weeks, 2 weeks after the entanglement that Kim shared with us. Waylon messages Kim while she's out with her mom. She's out with her mom and sisters. They're having like a mother-daughter day, getting a pedicure, hanging out, eating brunch. Waylon messages again, and he says, hey, I'm in the area. Can I see you? Kim says, I'm out with mom. I'll be done in like an hour or so. Sure, why not? Lets him come over to the house, meets her at the house. Little small talk ensues, the kiss again, and this time they end up upstairs in the bedroom. They have sex again. Second time around, Kim said it was good, but again, she was feeling terrible about it, that it shouldn't have happened again. Now, that was the Saturday, and she was telling us this last Wednesday, and Tom was actually coming over last Wednesday when she told this story. So, hadn't heard from Waylon, right? Tom is coming over. We had a whole discussion on whether she should say it, she should tell him, she should not tell him. Kim ultimately ended up telling Tom when Tom came over. Tom comes over, she's sitting down, they have a very candid conversation. Tom actually says he's grateful to Kim for sharing this with him and being honest with him. He said he does still want to continue dating and seeing where this goes. This past Friday, y'all, as in a couple of days ago, Waylon popped up yet again and said, hey, what you doing? And Kim let him know, if we're going to meet again, it has to be in public. Like, I can just be your friend. I told Tom everything that's happened, and I want to pursue that. So, and Waylon said, best of luck to you. And we haven't heard from Waylon since.
Correct.
Okay. Now, do we have any questions or anything else for Kim? Does Tom doesn't know Waylon. Tom's never seen Waylon before, right? There's nothing, no crossover.
They don't know each other at all.
Okay. All right. Does anybody have any other questions for Kim, or anything you'd like to promote? Anything that you have coming on this week? Y'all, I'm wearing my POF ugly sweater. It is ugly sweater season. So this Saturday, y'all, Big Fine Bam is having an ugly sweater contest. So make sure y'all pull up for that. She does still have some spots available if you'd like to show off your best ugly sweater. So make sure you do that. Kim, anything else on the story? How are we feeling? So Tom, everything's great.
Everything's going fine so far, and I'm gonna keep it that way.
Good.
So,
all right.
A couple things real quick I'd like to promote, if that's
Yeah.
okay.
Mhm.
On 12/18 at 9:35 p.m. I am in Weddy's auction. And then on 12/19 at 8:40 p.m. I am in the Model Battle Royale.
Okay.
And it is fives. So if you've got a few fives, come and shoot for me.
Shoot for Kim. All right. Anything, and then Windows Show. You admin Windows Show.
I'm the admin for Windows Shows, the chopping block, which is Mondays at 8 p.m. And then Friends Exposed, which is Wednesdays at 8 p.m. So Friends Exposed is featured. And if you're interested in hearing more about those and being a part of those shows, hit me up.
Fantastic. Kim, thank you so much for coming and sharing your story again. I appreciate you. Best of luck with you and Tom.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness. All right. Oh, almost ended the damn stream. Okay, everybody. Does anybody else want to hop in the box and say anything? Let's see. Up next, guys. I'm trying to think of shows. 10 o'clock tonight. Hoops Search for the Stars is on. If you want to hit that show up tonight. Don't forget, every Tuesday, 6 p.m. Craft It with Cajun. Cajun is in here, I believe, somewhere. She was making ugly sweaters today. Y'all missed it. You're right there. Do you have your ugly sweater on? Can you show us the ugly sweater that you made? She made a snow globe. She made a snow globe sweater. Can you show us? Can you show us?
I don't have it on because I'm live still, but I can show you guys. I fixed it. There's that.
Okay.
I saw your suggestion.
She made this. She made this on her show. Crafted. Hold on. Let me make it medium size. She made a snow globe ugly sweater. Look. You can blow through the tube, and the snow is flying around. Y'all make sure y'all engage in with the fave.
We're gonna add to it. We're gonna make it even uglier.
So she can get you some tips. Make sure you hit her with the fave. Make sure you follow her on Instagram. She puts all of her craft ideas and things. But 6 o'clock every Tuesday. So before entanglements, y'all can head over there and see what Cajun is crafting up. Lots of DIY stuff. Obviously, it's Christmas, so the whole month is Christmas things. And I believe, y'all, the 21st is a ginger house building contest. Gingerbread house building contest on the 21st. So if you like to do it on your own or just come watch people, try to build a gingerbread house, pull up to her live then.
At Jilly,
Big fine bam, Tina.
at Jilly, I just want to say, yeah, you did great with your hair. We love that you washed it. It's down. At Fever, don't listen to people we don't know. Okay. Um, yeah. At everybody, if you have not yet favored this wonderful lady, Miss Jilly Baby, she's done awesome. She has awesome shows. She keeps the streams going. Y'all make sure y'all fave her. Okay. And quit atting people like we on Twitter. Okay. This is not it. This is not it at all.
What is going
All
on
right.
with
Bye
y'all?
bye.
What is going on with y'all? It's the fact that he said at this at. All right, y'all. We're ending a little early. We had a shorter entanglement. Y'all, if you guys have an entanglement, please make sure you message Jess, the author, or you can hit me up on Instagram. We always need stories, guys. There are only 3 more Tuesdays left. So definitely on the last Tuesday of the month, we're going to have a special entanglement birthday stream. So be on my Instagram, social media, so you guys can vote. I want to hear from you guys. What was you have a favorite entanglement? Would you like to hear back from somebody else? Would you like to see somebody else come back on and ask them questions? Is there one entanglement that just stuck out in your mind and you're like, can you tell us that entanglement again? There are so many. I have to update the wall because this is not an accurate reflection of the amount of stories that we have had on this show. Yes, where are they now? So please be on the lookout for that. We're always looking for fun things to do there. And you know what? I don't think we're gonna get another wedding entanglement this year, but we might kick off the year with a wedding entanglement. We might kick off the new year with another wedding entanglement. And speaking of wedding, guys, at 9:30, so 9:30, after your 9:30, it's story time with toxic, why did I say toxic? Story time with Top Badge Wedding at 9:30. And I believe her guest is going to be Troll, which his name isn't Troll right now. I believe it's Weddy's Scissor Juice, right? Weddy's Scissor Juice. Weddy's Scissor Juice. Weddy's Scissor Juice is going to be on Storytime with Top Badge Weddy. So make sure y'all pull up to that at 9:30. And a rundown of things for me, Sundays. Well, actually, let's go Fridays. Game Night Power Hour. Make sure you guys pull up for that. 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. For 1 hour, we just play games. Sunday, Top Badge Squares. Guys, if you were in Top Badge Squares this past Sunday, put a 1 in the comments. Put a 1 in the comments if you were here for Top Badge Squares this past Sunday. Y'all, put a 1 in the comments if you want to see Super Smoke come back. If you want to see Super Smoke come back. When I tell y'all, you know what? We're still featured, but that's okay. We need to, if you missed it, it's quite all right. It's quite all right because I want to show you what you missed out on and why you need to be there every Sunday because you never know what is going to happen. Let me get to this video, guys. Okay, hold on. Okay, so if you were there, he lost, so he had to, he was supposed to sing the national anthem with a country accent, okay? With the country accent. Oh. Alexa, stop. Alexa, stop. Stop. Oh, God, all right, never mind. Just unplug her. We'll just unplug her. Okay, let's see. Hopefully the sound is on.
See, that's all I know.
He didn't know.
Say, can you see? That's all I know.
By the dawn's early light. By the dawn's early light.
You talking about Twilight? I ain't seen all of Twilight, but that's all I know.
Neither. Can you
Where's your country accent?
I didn't hear the country accent either. Smoke. You know I love you, Becky. One more time with the accent.
Oh, okay, look. I can't just sing y'all a country song.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, because I don't know the national anthem.
Okay.
This is perfect. Come kiss me one more time. I couldn't dream this up. When did he get this voice? Even when. Me in this moment feels like magic, don't it? I'm right where I wanna be. Everybody's talking about heaven like they just can't.